Good morning, everybody. It's journaling time. It's Friday, and it's the beginning of the weekend. And it's morning, so this is actually the best time to do it. So if you're new here, get your favorite beverage. I have a cup of coffee. It's my favorite usually, but anything will do. If you're new, remember the task is very simple. Don't think, just write. You don't have to worry about spelling, don't worry about format, don't worry about what to write. The key is just keep the pen moving. Fill up the page, that's the only thing you have to do. I recommend a fast pen. I use a wider diameter pen. I use a gel, that way the pen moves fast. And just to kind of recap on this stuff, journaling is something that the benefits show up when you're consistent about it. When you're very consistent about it, it's even better. After a while, you don't even have to think about it. It's just something you do, like brushing your teeth every day. But over time is when the effects start to really compound. Particularly I was recommending to students these days, journaling over the summer. So if mom or dad or a student happens to be watching, get yourself a journal book, get a pen, try and develop a routine. I recommend in the morning, and just try and write at least one page a day. And be consistent. And if you happen to miss a day, it's no big deal. But try and be consistent and build it in your routine. And it's not just about writing better. That happens to be, honestly, in my opinion, the shallow aspect of it. The mental health aspects of it, the processing of your life, reflecting upon events that happen, particularly if you have a loved one or a significant partner in your life. You know, there's always going to be frictions, or friends or brothers and sisters, whatever it may be, there's always going to be friction. And sometimes when the emotions flare up, we can't be as objective. So you come back to your book, just describe what happened. You know, you could be as objective as you want, or you can just tell how you feel. Either way, to just empty out these thoughts, empty out these emotions into the page. And the process of writing, as opposed to typing, there is a difference here. And I just recently saw, or I read or I watched something. I'll have to do some more digging into this, but there's a difference in typing and in writing. And I've known this for years, but somebody actually went and said that there was a study done. This is what I have to confirm. But when you type, you're looking at the screen and you're typing. But when you write by hand, you're looking down at your pen, and the hand-eye connection while writing, somehow there's an added benefit there. I find that much more pleasant to do. Plus, I feel more relaxed. It's very meditative, and that's kind of one of the aspects of doing this. And it seems weird that something so simple, just in writing, could have so many benefits, but it truly is. And if you're a mom or dad or a student, this is the cost effectiveness of this is through the roof. The benefits that you get compared to the few dollars you spend on the book it's negligible to cost. It's a wonderful activity to do, to kind of honestly pivot your whole life around. As simple as that sounds, from just starting your day out, processing what things you have to do. If you're an artist, a writer, or whatever it is that you do in life, business or whatever you're doing, you have a problem or you want to solve a solution, write about it in your journal. Start processing it. Even if you don't get the answer out in the writing session, the fact that you wrote it and you're looking at it while you're writing, it gets in the back of your head and it starts processing. I know this for a fact. This happens to me all the time with math. Years ago when I went to UC Santa Cruz, Fighting Slugs, of course. Santa Cruz it's by the ocean, and there's a hill that you drop down back into San Jose area, the 17 freeway. And I used to be in college, when I was in college, I would be stuck on a physics problem with my partners and stuff, my colleagues. And I would be stuck, and I would drive home, and the road home is a mountainous road, and it's very windy. And honestly, I would drive, and when I'd come back into the San Jose area, I couldn't remember the road. I couldn't remember physically driving through there, because I had this problem in the back of my head. And by the time I would come into San Jose, a lot of times I would have figured out either a next step of the problem, or I would have solved the problem and completely forgotten about the road. I'll Obviously, I didn't forget about the road because I'm still here, but what was happening was in the subconscious area of your mind, your brain is processing it. This is why it's so important for like essays and stuff, and why I tell my students, don't wait to the last minute to write the essay, particularly with essays and something creative in that aspect. You need to get it uploaded in your brain and start it processing. Essay writing, story writing, things like that, it's an editing process. You got to get it in your head, let it percolate, let it ferment, and then you start to edit it. So when you get by writing a short synopsis of it, or even just start processing ideas of a character or of an argument of an essay in a journaling session, days ahead before it's due, or weeks, even better, you start getting it going. Even if you don't think about it for a day or two, you've already got it in the back of your head. As long as you come back to it reasonably quick. If you go obviously too long, it will disappear. So these are one of the major benefits to journaling. Plus, if you want to build an infrastructure for your life, you know, how to get things done, daily routines that you want to become automatic, that you just do, but they keep your life propped up at a certain level, you can start to refine them. Oh, how did I do this? Can I do this? This is what journaling is for. This is like your own personal meeting of yourself. Plus, it has, like I said, very healthy mental health aspects to it. And it's just a very calm, meditative form. That's why it's important to have a nice, pleasant environment. It's nice and quiet in the morning. I recommend that. Or at night, everybody's different. And just try and do this consistently. And if you're new to it, you know, try and shoot like a simple target. It could be a week. Try and go 30 days, not missing a day, regardless of what time it is. Just try and get, even if you can't get the full page, and just show up and write a little bit. And it's always easier when there's less pressure. That's why I'm recommending for you guys to start trying to do this over the summer. Build a routine for those students, so when school starts back up again, college, high school, whatever you happen to be in, it really has already taken hold, and it's easier to maintain. And it becomes a great structure for your success in school or life in general. Anyways, enough rambling. Let's get to journaling today. So today we're going to do one page. So let's get to it. So, as usual, I will do a plug. We have our journal books. This one is Thoughts. This is the gray edition. I have 2 more editions coming. They should be here very soon. Support the channel if you can, and much appreciated. So let's get to it. And for anybody that happens to be new, the one thing I recommend, just because it's always nice to kind of come back to these things and reflect, particularly if there's big issues in your life that you're struggling through and you want to come back to it later on in the future, maybe in a year or 2 years from now, and you kind of come back, you see what you were thinking. I always put the heading, location, where you're at, the date, and the time, and the first sentence can be how the day is looking for you, just a kind of like an establishing scene, if you will. But it could be how you're feeling, and then just go off and whatever you want to write. And it's really that simple. And if you're new and you just say, well, Eric, what am I supposed to write? I don't know what to write. Write that. I don't know what to write. I wish I knew what to write. Maybe someday I could do, you know, and just start doing that. And in a moment, an idea will pop in your head, or a thought, or a tangent, or a strain. Just let it go. And for those people who love to talk and ramble on, this is the place to dump it, people. This is the place to dump it. Anyways, let's get to it. Okay, so today I am at home once again. It is the 2nd of June, oh my goodness, and the time is 7:28 in the a.m., and we are ready to go, people. All right, remember, just keep the pen moving, don't think, just write. Oh, and remember, enjoy the process. Good luck, everybody. Okay, everybody. That's it. One full page. Hopefully everybody was able to get there. If you're not, please keep writing. Just finish up, and if you feel like you need to write more, by all means continue on. And I'll throw this out there too. If anybody has any questions or has any prompts they want to do or anything like that, just throw it in the comments and I'll get to it as quickly as I can. Other than that, have a great weekend, and remember, enjoy the process. Bye-bye, everybody.